back to my channel. So today's the day we're gonna finally do the decorating in the living room and finish the living room. We may or may not get to put up the command hook that came off of the fireplace, but even if we do, we won't be able to hang the cotton today anyway, so there's always little projects that need to be done. But today we're gonna decorate. I have decor here, and I'll take you step by step of what we're gonna do. And of course, my faithful assistant is, he said retired. I was gonna say my rock star, but yeah, there's that too. So I'm excited and I'm glad to take you along. So here we go. So the first thing, if you're watching Jim in the upper left-hand corner, he's basically emptying the space. And we are placing everything sort of in one area, everything that I want to decorate with. What we have here that I'm doing on the couch is I have spray cleaner and end dust and some paper towels. And basically the other day when we rearranged the tables, actually it was a couple of weeks ago, but if you see that video, you know what I mean. We took all of our decor pieces and put them in these boxes. I purged everything immediately that I knew that I did not want anymore, and we put away the things that we may or may not use. And now it's time for me to clean them so we can decide what we're putting back and what we're putting away, or giving away, or selling. Depends on how we feel. But the first thing to do is to start like Jim is and just emptying the room. Okay? Now, I have some things that, again, you've been around for a while, you know. I have sentimental attachment to things, especially since losing most of my possessions in the flood, the Superstorm Sandy flood. I do have a little bit more desire to hold on to certain things. I don't really keep anything that doesn't mean anything to me, like anything that was trendy or fatty and I bought possibly just for the moment. But we original plans for this video was to show you multiple ways to do different decor styles. However, it just didn't work out that way. I realized after the fact that I really didn't have enough of any of the other styles of things to do that, is what I mean. So I had already given away or purged the really the classic pieces. I have like this clock and I have a crystal candy dish, but that's not enough to decorate in a classic style. And the same thing with my French country decor, because whatever I didn't give away, I put into other rooms to decorate other rooms already. So that was going to be the three styles I was pretty much going to show you. Was going to be like more of a classic, I don't know, English country sort of feel, as well as like then a farmhouse country sort of feel, and as well as a French country sort of feel. So that's what I was going to go for, but it turns out in my need to purge things that I'm not going to love anymore, then I kind of didn't really keep much of the other things in this room. So we're just going to go ahead and clean everything and then we'll decorate everything. So I will tell you that I just have shots at the end of the final results, what we'll talk about as we come along. But what we ended up doing is I lived with it for like a day or two. And then I was like, I really wanted to do this. And let's just see if we do that and that kind of thing. So I'll show you the final video at the end. You'll see how it turned out and how it is today and how it is that I like it that way. So I have lots of different pieces that I also have left over that I had purchased from like the Dollar Tree, or I'd saved up from other projects that we're saving for the gallery wall when we redo the gallery wall. So perfect example is the Dollar Tree sells those little black shelves, and I bought them with the intention of actually using them on the gallery wall just to add little like accents amongst all the photos. So we have, and we're going to put those aside. I have one of those plastic words that say memories from the Dollar Tree that looks like, verbiage, and I love that kind of stuff. So I thought that would be perfect when we redo the gallery wall. So that's what's going back in this box. I'm trying to just basically wrangle and organize and clean what I'm keeping for the moment. But pretty much everything that's going back in that box. I dusted the memories. I cleaned the memories thing, but everything else is still in their packages, so I didn't bother cleaning the packages. I also have other sort of DIY stuff that I made and things that I just thought were really cute in the past, and I just don't know if I'm going to do anything with them right now. I do kind of love some of the DIYs that I've made that I really love to decorate with, like those long country crates that are made out of foam board and contact paper. They've really held up over the years, and I love the one that's dark wood, matches the furniture in the living room. The light wood one matches the dining room better. So I kind of like do that, like keep them in those rooms. And that's what I've had on this centerpiece of my long coffee table in front of me pretty much all these years. I ended up not using it is as decor. I've using it as storage now. So I'll show you that at the end video as well. Okay. Now, I have lots of things that mean a lot to me. I have this pink alabaster egg that my mom got for me on our trip to California. It was her one and only time to go to California. We took an Amtrak train in 1989. No, 1991. It was after her heart attack and before she passed away. So we took a trip, me and my little brother, to California to see my aunt and uncle and my cousin get married. And she found this alabaster egg up by San Luis Obispo, and she thought I would love it, and I do. It's like pink marble, and it will always mean something to me. Especially now that her and my little brother are gone, so it means even more to me. Now, Mom is a huge Beatles fan, and when I made this sign, all I did was frame a Dollar Tree long canvas that says Imagine. I like to keep it by her stuff, by her door, because, John Lennon. So it just reminds me of her. Her door is that sort of beigey looking one there on the left. And the table that we're decorating just to the left of it is going to be something that she can look at while she's in her chair. So definitely keeping her in mind along the way as well. All right. Now, I have lots of like little touches and accents and things that I've been wanting to decorate with, or I have been decorating with them, just like sticking them here and sticking them there. But now I feel like this is the time where it's all going to come together. I do. I just feel like whatever we're going to pick on this venture is going to be it. What I wanted to do to organize my blanket collection and purge my blanket collection, and to move the printer into the cabinet and make it a more presentable, usable, less cluttered sort of space. Try to get some of the like feel of the Nordic hoogie kind of hoogie kind of feel. Not to be disrespectful, it's just funny. We pronounced it one way, and we're finding out that it's not pronounced that way, but trying to actually pronounce it the right way. Forgive me, I just butcher languages. So that feel of like minimalist, but with comfy coziness. Jim started to read a passage about throw pillows, and he rolled his eyes at me, and I was like, what does it say about throw pillows? And he's like, well, you don't need as many. And I was like, well, I know I don't need as many. I mean, that's, we're purging here. So turns out, because I was storing my holiday ones in the living room, even though they were in other bags, that does break the flow of comfy for some people. So we went ahead and we put those away into vacuum seal bags and into the closet, which is great. So just stuff like that. We pared down the pillows that we have. I have 3 little pillows stored under the round table, which you'll see here in a little while, which I thought came out really cute. Originally I was going to put them under the black table. We tried it all different ways, and we ended up liking this way the best. Okay. Now, the other thing we decided to do was to snatch these lamps from the kitchen. They were on the black and white cabinets in the kitchen, and we almost never turned them on. I just thought they looked cute on the buffet, and they were lamps that I already had before I moved here. I just really liked them. And we decided that the corner where we're decorating right now, it has no light, and whenever we want to film there or whenever we want to chat there, it's just very dark corner. So we thought that they could really use these lights, and with the convenience of having like the digital assistant with the smart plugs or the smart light bulbs, it really does make it convenient for you to just turn on the light whenever you need. If company comes over, somebody's sitting in the chair and they want to read something, or if you just want to like light up the room for ambiance. These lamps are much smaller, and even though the light bulbs do illuminate the same lumens, the fact that they are a thicker fabric shade does make the light a little warmer. But it also matches the two ginger jar lamps that I have here because, I've had them all forever. So French country, woo woo. I just feel like they're metal ginger jar lamp type situations and they will last. They're very classic looking. So if you caught most of that, what we did, just to remind you, is we basically took everything that is of similar type decors and we like nested them together in piles a little bit. So I have a couple of different ideas what I want to do. The one thing that I have done already, but we'll show you more of it in a minute, is the wavy tray that was on that table we already put over on that table because it fits best. The big tray that's over here we're going to replace with a wavy tray that Jim had spray painted. So Jim, can you go ahead and do that? And then when you're done, move the lamps closest to the chairs.
Closer to the chairs?
Yes. And this
that one, the other one is already.
Right, that's what I meant. And then what we're going to do, just to show you an idea, is I'm going to show you sort of like just different ways to decorate with the things that we have already. Of course, if none of these are your style, then that's fine. But it's just to show you, like, this is the stuff that I've collected over the years. This is one example of how we can decorate with it. But this is just sort of going to be like the base look. So when Jim moves, when you see here is going to be the base look. Jim, that lamp, could you fix that lampshade? It looks like.
Oh yeah.
Actually, that one too. They both look like they're tilted up in the front. Okay. That's perfect. Okay. Now again, we're not doing the gallery wall until like another project for another day. But what I did was, if I found items that I wanted to put on the gallery wall, we went ahead and put them back into the little box, just so we can have everything together. Okay. Now this may seem a little out of order because Jim was shooting with his camera, what I was voicing over with mine, but this is him putting the lamps up. We replaced the light bulbs, the old light bulbs, for LED light bulbs. These are just Dollar Tree LED light bulbs because, saving money, save the planet, one light bulb at a time. So just to tell you a little bit better about what we did, the table on the right of the screen is a country sort of table that came in a box that I assembled myself, and it has this black wavy tray on it all the time. That's what it came with. It's part of the table, but that black wavy tray fits better on the table that we turned sideways. If you saw Jim hold his hand against the different red tray that ended up being black, the black wavy tray, and then the black big tray, he put his hands there as comparison to show you like how big they are compared to that one table. And we found out that the black wavy tray that it was originally on the right side table fits the best on top of this table. Now I did want to kind of make them more matchy. They are both black and they both have lamps on them. They're different sizes and they're way different types of tables. But I really did want to try to make it match. Now, in all fairness, if we had different furniture in our living room, I would love to turn the little farmhouse table that's going to be on the right. I would love to turn that in the same direction as this one, but if we did that right now, it would probably get in Mom's way when she was walking at night. Sometimes she's sleepy and she doesn't like the lights on, so I don't want her to hurt herself. But for now, it's just going to go long ways, and this one is going to go front and back. The other one's going to go side to side. So what we ended up doing is putting the wavy tray on that table where Jim is working on right now. The red tray that was wavy, we painted that black and we put that on the right table, and the big tray is going to go on the centerpiece. Now what we're doing here is we used to have this white basket. Basically it's a metal basket with a liner that had all of these blankets in them because I love throws. I think throws are so cozy. Depending on my mood, depending on the throw, depending on how I'm feeling, I love company to be able to just come and grab one. I like to keep my house a little cooler because I'm naturally insulated, and a lot of people come to visit and don't. So I want them to feel that they can just pull out a blanket, please help yourself, that kind of thing. Okay. So you can kind of see here the table on the right is the one I was talking about that came with the tray. We replaced it with the red one. The table on the left has the tray from the table on the right. We have these three boxes. They're farmhouse boxes. We got them at the Dollar General. They have a few different decor items for my living room, basically seasonal candles that I like to change out from time to time, and sometimes like little signs that I like to change out for seasons. They're stacked in on the right hand side. And on the left, I re-rolled all the blankets to be long because that table cubby is sort of long and tall. So I went ahead and I re-rolled all those blankets just to make a pretty display in there as well. Now I have this long flower box on the right that I got on clearance at Bed Bath and Beyond. I think it was $4.47. I don't remember exactly, but I think it was around $5. And I was like, I can't make this for $5 for all these flowers. And the one in Jim's hand on the left there, I got for free, sort of. It was in a $5 Michael grab bag box that my sister got me from Las Vegas. And they have a very similar feel. They have the same sort of whitewashed box feel. And I thought it was kind of perfect since the one planter on the right is long like the table on the right, and the one planter on the left is short and squatty like the end of the table there on the left. The other thing we did is the table on the left is a lot lower. So I have this cute little miniature bale of cotton that I gotten from Sissy, Lisa's sister in Georgia, and I put it underneath the lamp on the left just to elevate it. Plus it adds to that farmhouse country feel, that cottony feel all the time. Here is my mini 2-tier tray. We made it on my channel. Basically, Dollar Tree's mini trays and a Dollar Tree wooden ruler that we just went ahead and cut down and made 2-tier mini trays with all little mini things on them because I like little mini things. On the right, we have this little ceramic bag that is Mom's with the cat in it that she got as a gift. I put that by her door so she could see it from her chair and when she comes in and out of her room. And there she goes. No, I don't know. That wasn't her. Who was that? Who was that masked woman? Yep, that was her. Shh, don't tell her she's in there. That was Mom. On the left, we took a cute little picture of me and Jim that I just absolutely love. It's pretty much from when we first met. I've got in this little black and white frame down there, and I just thought that would be a little cute additional touch to that table, as well as these cute picture coasters that I got as a gift from one of my people that I used to work with. Basically, each one holds a photo, and I have pictures of Aunt Sue's children at her daughter's wedding with Aunt Sue and Uncle Dave and Mom and the other three, all from that same wedding. They just looked very lovely. So it's basically my April family coasters. Now, deciding on again, I love throw blankets. Throw blankets on the backs of chairs are not only convenient for people who sit there, but they also do protect the chair from hair products. I know that sounds weird, but they do. Some people actually have temporary dye in their hair. Some people just use like a lot of hairspray or gel or something. It just keeps the tops of the chairs clean, just from like hair oil and stuff like that. So I like it for two reasons. It also makes it feel a little bit more put together, in my opinion. We've downsized the two pillows. These are actually really big pillows that are goose down, and they're stuffed inside this pillow form. So they're real thick, heavy duty pillows. We had a conversation the other day of why throw pillows may be necessary on this chair. And my mother-in-law sat at the very edge of the chair to avoid the pillow and said, "How are you supposed to sit in this chair?" And I said, well, actually, the pillows are specifically for people who are less than tall or who like more support in their back. But it's not a permanently glued down pillow. If you don't want it there, you can always move it. So, perfect example. I said when Sharon came for my birthday, she wanted to sit back in the chair. You know, her legs would stick straight out if she sat all the way back because they are kind of deep, these slipper chairs. So I sit with a pillow behind my back on the couch because I find it more comfortable. I know Aunt Sue does when she comes as well. So some people prefer it, some people don't. And if you have throw pillows that your family likes and doesn't like, they can move them when they sit down. That's the end of it, really. So we put together this black tray with the idea that it was going to go on the black table in front of the recliner where Jim and I sit. And we basically just put some black photo frames on display with some candles on the tray. And then we put this pedestal with other candles as well. And, it's just not what I was looking for. I will be honest with you. So what we ended up doing is swapping out the tray. We put the tray back on there with the candles and the little cross. And then on my tray, on my table, I wanted this galvanized trough that I had gotten at Hobby Lobby on clearance, and I filled it with the flowers that used to be in the box on this tray. And this is what the fireplace looked like when I filmed it this day, and here's the official finished results for now, because we know we change it all the time. So we ended up fixing the cotton swag hooks. We ended up putting 2 hooks on the right because the cotton swag was a little heavier than some of the things we've had before. We put the little house village in front of the TV. That chair is just temporary to the right. The tray in the middle of the coffee table, as I mentioned before, has the coasters on it, and we put the giant H behind the 2-tier tray. We moved this little galvanized sign to the coffee table here in front of us with the little galvanized trough. I just really love the way it came out. Don't mind all my mess on the couch. That's just because I ran up to finish my video. I didn't fix my couch. So that's everything, you guys. I hope you really enjoyed this video. I hope I inspired you to make some fun changes. Just use what you have, and it's the best way that you can redecorate because it saves the most amount of money. And listen, I love you. And as always, you guys take care. God bless. And we'll see you next time. Bye.